Welcome back, friends. After learning the basics in previous videos, you're gonna learn how to start working with all graphic softwares and how to get used to them. You're watching episode finale and this is the real beginning. Okay guys, first of all, with this tutorial I'm gonna cover all graphic softwares, but since we're gonna focus on Moho for the next season, mostly I'm gonna talk about Moho, but don't worry about it, you can generalize this to other softwares as well. So let's begin. Number 1, controlling and customizing your workspace requires knowing the names and use of the windows and how to reset your workspace. Let me make it simple for you. I'm talking about that situation that you've lost a window and you don't know how to bring it back. Let's say in Moho, we've lost this style window here. The first thing you should know is that every graphic software has a window option up here. If you go to it, you can access to the name of the window. Click on it, and there it is. One more thing is that the first time you open the Moho, you can see that this advanced option here is being checked. Here the problem is you can't even see the layers panel. Remove this check, and it's okay. If you don't know the name of the window, just search this on the internet. The name of your software plus Windows names. Or in some software, since when you have the window the names are obvious, you can just search for some tutorials and read the window titles when the tutor is teaching. Okay, let's talk about the use of these windows. Here is the layer panel, which helps you to draw something below or on top of the other one. Using this you can apply one or multiple effects on each layer. Up here we have the style panel, which helps you to change the color and shading of your shapes. It also gives you the ability to apply patterns and change the thickness of the lines around the shapes. On the left side, we have the tools panel, which provides lots of cool tools for drawing your shapes, filling them, changing your layer setting, and setting your camera and workspace. Up here are your tool setting. Down here we have the timeline, which helps you to set something in a specific moment. It might be a position, rotation, or other parameters of your object. And this is the window that only animation softwares have. So basically you can animate everything here. To move these panels freely, you can just go to Window, and from here go to Docking and choose the name of the panel you want, for example, Style. And now you can freely move the panel. To move it back to its first position, you can just go to Window, Docking, and click on the name of the panel again. Here we are in Adobe After Effects, and I want to mess everything up, like this window. I want to just bring it here. I want to move it to here. And as you can see, I ruined everything. And so how we can fix this problem if we change and move the position of every window? We can just go to Window, Workspace, and choose the Reset Default to save layout. And we're back. One more thing is that in software such as Adobe After Effects, you can just go to Workspace and choose the option that fits you. For example, animation is for the animators, or this one is for beginners. By the way, I have to say that Moho doesn't have this feature right now. Number 2, knowing the shortcuts and choosing the fastest way to get what you want. Here in Moho, I have a shape, and using the transform tool, I want to move it. If I want to select the tool, I have to move my mouse all the way to that point, and it takes a lot of time. But if you hold your mouse on that tool, you can see that the shortcut is T. So if you press T, you can see that the tool is selected. And believe me, it saves you a lot of time. Here we had one shape, but what if you had 1000 shapes? It would be a big trouble. But if you just use shortcuts, it can save you more than 16 minutes. In most of the graphic softwares, you can just go to Edit or every other options, and as you can see, the shortcuts are here. And to change shortcuts, you have to just select this option, Edit Keyboard Shortcuts. Number 3, navigation, which means choosing the best view to work on. For example, in Moho, to zoom in, you have to just scroll up, and to zoom out, you have to just scroll down. You can also do this by holding down the left shift and dragging the right click of your mouse to the right or left right means zoom in and left means zoom out. To rotate your view, you just have to hold down the left control of your keyboard plus the right click of your mouse and drag it on a circular way, and that way you can rotate your view. A common problem in navigation is when you get lost like this, that you can't see the object or shapes again. To solve this, you just have to click on here and here, and we have the view again. Or you can just go here and click on reset view, and we're back. Number 4, avoid common mistakes, which means you have to avoid trying keys without knowing their functions. One common mistake in Moho is that, for example, we have a movement of a shape in 24 frames, and suddenly you hold down the left control and press the left click, and a green mark appears here. If I play the animation, as you can see, it plays from this point, not from the frames before it. If you did this, to remove it, just hold down the left control and click on this green mark. And I'm gonna play the animation again. It's fixed. Another common mistake is that sometimes you confuse the channels with the sequencer. Let's say we have an animation here and we have some keyframes. If you click on sequencer, we don't have those keyframes anymore, unless you go back to the channels again. Sometimes you want to change the color of this shape. You're probably saying that, okay, I'm going to select this shape by clicking on it, and then we can change the color, but it's wrong. As you can see, the color won't change. It's because you use these tools related to the draw. We have to use these tools related to the fill. And now the best tool is this one. We select it and select the object. And now you can change your color. This time you want to create a new layer. Okay, we go there and there is no option for creating a new layer. What should we do? In Moho, you have to create your layers on a frame 0. It's the only way. So we roll back to 0 and create a new layer. Now let's say we want to group this. We hold down the control and select both of them, right click on them and choose group with selection. But nothing's gonna happen. It's because of the frame 0 again. You just fix it and go to here and group with selection. And now we have a group. This last problem is for non-native English speakers. As you remember, the shortcut to move something is the T key, but it's not gonna work right now. It's because of the language of your system. If you change it to English, it will work. So make sure your language is always English. And number 5 is save, save, and save. And please just save it for God's sake. You don't wanna lose everything. That's it, guys, and let me add this. Instead of thinking about the things you lack to reach your goal, think about how you can achieve things with the things you have that will help you reach your goal. End of the season 1, and see you in the behind the scenes.